So, I'm an academic and we publish our articles in journals. And there are some people who've been studying media for a long time, and many of them are very technophilic. They like technology. Some of them like video games, have been writing about the benefits of video games, and there are some. And so I think they come to this prepared to believe that this is just another moral panic. We've been through this with television and video games, and before that, comic books. The 18th century was novels. People didn't want young women to read novels because it would stimulate their sexual appetites. So they sort of approach it with this is just another one of those moral panics. And then I keep doing this work with Jean Twenge and Zach Roush. We keep showing no other explanation works. This time is different. This is not just some artifact of kids being more willing to talk about it. This is the same curves in self-report. You see those same curves in hospital admissions, and psychiatric emergency department visits. So this is not just some illusion. But there's about five or six researchers. They're serious researchers, and they look at the same data I do, and they say, well, the correlations are too small to explain it, or they say, it's mostly correlational. There are not enough experiments. And I say, okay, look, I found 25 experiments, 16 of which do show a causal effect. With random assignment, the young people who are assigned to do less social media, in the first few days, maybe their mental health is bad because they're addicted. But if you wait 3 or 4 weeks, on average, they feel better. So I say, look, here are all these experiments. And they say, well, the experiments aren't good enough. Here's a flaw in that one. Here's a flaw in that one. So this is a normal academic debate. I'm not going to change their minds ever. They're not going to change my mind ever. This is just the way these things go. But as we argue it out in public, the rest of the world can look and they can say, what are my arguments? What are their arguments? And then they'll decide.
Yeah, absolutely.